Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing the top 10 most loved fragrances chosen by you. You guys chose these fragrances on Instagram and also on YouTube on my community page. I asked you guys to give me your answers. So I'm going to be sharing the fragrances that got the most votes, as well as just giving you my opinion on them, how I feel about them. And we have a lot in common because I do own a lot of the fragrances that are on the list. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on all things girly, especially videos on smelling really good. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe and join the Glam fam. And if you are a part of the fam already, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you here with me and I appreciate you so much. With that said, let's get right into today's video. Alright guys, so I'm going to go over the fragrances that you guys love the most. These fragrances were the ones that just got a lot of votes because I did get a lot of different answers. There was a lot of fragrances that only got mentioned a couple times. So I wrote down the fragrances that had a lot of votes. Like it just kept popping up. And I did ask you guys to give me your votes on my YouTube community page as well as over on my Instagram. So I combined those two together and came up with the list. So I am going to start off with number 10 and then I'm going to work my way up to number 1, which is the one that got the most votes. And I'm going to start off with Narciso Rodriguez Musk Noir Rose for Her. So this is number 10 on the list. I think that this bottle is so pretty. I think it's sexy. It lets you know that the fragrance is going to be a sexy fragrance just from looking at the bottle. So this fragrance, I feel like it went viral. For a second, everyone was talking about this fragrance and I definitely just fell for the hype and I also wanted to pick it up. I will say I haven't worn it enough to be able to give a detailed review, but I will say that I do like it enough to wear it, enjoy it. I think it's really nice. It's sexy. It reminds me a lot of Lancome's La Nuit Chasseur à la Folie. So when I smelled this one, I immediately kind of thought about that one. I think that is probably what it reminds me of the most, which is good because I believe La Nuit Chasseur à la Folie has been discontinued if I'm not mistaken. So when I run out of that one, this will be kind of like the replacement for that one. This one definitely gives you like a darker, very sexy. I get a lot of vanilla in this one as well. So it's like a very cozy, warm, sexy fragrance. The plum definitely gives it like that deeper vibe, a little darker, juicy, sexy fragrance. And the musk and the vanilla in here are really nice. So I know that I am going to enjoy this one a lot. But this fall and this winter, I'm definitely going to use this one a lot. Really nice for date night, for when you want to feel sexy, when you want to dress up, when you want to wear a nice outfit, your makeup, your hair is done, everything is done. This would be like a perfect choice. Nice for like dinner time, in the evening, going on a date, going out at night. Really nice. Next fragrance, I feel like I am like really shocked. Not shocked, I shouldn't say shocked, but I was expecting more of like the obvious fragrances that a lot of people like, but I got some really nice fragrances here. I didn't get fragrances that are like way too obvious. The next fragrance coming in at number 9 is by Killian, and this is Angel's Share. I cannot believe that this made it to your most loved fragrances. So I'm so excited that you guys love this one as much as I do, even though I will say this past year I did struggle a little bit with Angel Share. I don't know if it's that the longer you have it, it gets stronger, and this is already a strong fragrance to begin with. This, I feel like this will last you hours, like 10+ hours. I wore this, I remember, during Christmas Eve, not this year but last year, and I remember it smelling the entire day. Like it was, the performance is amazing. It's a unisex fragrance, I would say, and I have always told you guys from the minute that I smelled this fragrance in the sample with me video that I did, I would say like almost 2 years ago, it made me think of these spices that we use in Puerto Rico when we're making coquito. So it just gets me in that holiday spirit. So I don't really use it year round. I know that a lot of people love to use this all year long. It is a very sexy scent. Some people get like an apple pie vibe out of it. It's just a very boozy, spicy, lots of cinnamon, so you have to be okay with cinnamon to wear this fragrance for sure. So this is just a very warm, boozy, sexy, thick, inviting type of fragrance. It's a little spicy. This is the type of fragrance where you only need to do like 1 or 2 sprays with this. I do not overspray this fragrance because it will choke whoever you're with and yourself. But it's so good. It is so good. I pick up the cinnamon. It's when you don't smell it for a long time and you spray it, it makes you just want to use it again. It's just too hot where I live right now to use this one. But it's definitely woody, boozy, dark, syrupy, sweet, spicy, gourmand. I love this one for holiday time. It's more of like a seasonal type of fragrance for me. But yeah, I think that this is going to do great once I move. I'm probably gonna love it 10 times more. So that is Killian's Angel Share. Right, so coming in at number 8, I'm going to have to put the picture of the bottle on the screen because I decluttered this one. But this is Givenchy Launcher D. I was not expecting to get as many answers as I did with Launcher D. I saw it so many times. So many people said it is their most loved fragrance. And I can see why. This can definitely be a signature scent. So the first time that I tried Launcher D, I tried the EDT version. That one I believe has lavender and it was way too much for me. I just could not do it, but I haven't smelled that one in a really long time. So I wonder what I would smell now. So then I went ahead and I got the EDP version and I swear I went down like this rabbit hole. I got like all of the flankers at one point and it is a beautiful fragrance to me. First of all, I think it's a fragrance that you can use year round. It's definitely feminine, but it does have a very noticeable spice in it and like an earthy touch because of that vetiver that is in there. There's patchouli, so it helps it last a really long time. So that one is a great performer as well. I just didn't pick that one up a lot. Like if I wore it once or twice in the whole year, it was like a miracle. So I wanted to give it away to someone that would enjoy it more, but it's definitely a classy fragrance. It's very ladylike. I feel like it's a beautiful fragrance for weddings, for getting married, for going to a wedding, for attending like special events, birthdays, dinners, that type of thing where you want to smell really, really nice and feminine and classy and beautiful. That's when I would wear Givenchy's Launcher D. So that is number 8. So coming in at number 7, this fragrance to me is a little bit more on the comforting side. I love to wear it to bed. I love to wear it during winter, like with a sweater. It just makes me feel like warm and cozy and just very feminine, but not in like a very sexy way. It's more of just like, wow, she's beautiful type of way. And that is Mon Guerlain. Now, you guys voted for, all of the comments that I was getting was the Mon Guerlain EDP. The original EDP for me, I only have a travel size. This is how I keep like all of my travel sizes in here. I have the original Mon Guerlain. And I only have a travel size of the original because I prefer the Mon Guerlain Floral. I think it's discontinued as well. All of my favorite fragrances so many are discontinued, but this is the Floral version. This one's just a little bit more feminine and not as much lavender I feel in this one. I can totally see why I prefer the Floral one because I just love peach. I love peony. I love just so many things that they use in this one. But I do want to eventually like start wearing the EDP just because I think it's really nice as well. There's warmth in here. It is getting darker, so I'm sure the vanilla in here is just, it's going to get just beautiful. It's very comforting to me. That's just what I think of when I think of Mon Guerlain. I don't think of sexy. I don't think of like provocative or anything. I just think of comforting, warm, cuddling together or cuddling. Like if a blanket smelled like this, oh, so good. But then the floral version is not as spicy or like warm as the original. This one definitely has like more of a floral vibe and just a more feminine vibe and a little bit brighter with that DNA still in there. And like I can still smell the Mon Guerlain, but just a little bit more feminine, a little bit more floral. Yeah, that's pretty much the difference between them. But I just consider these just very inviting, warm, and just classy and just beautiful. Beautiful is the word that I would use for Mon Guerlain. Number 6, you guys. One of the fragrances that I cannot make it work. I bought it like 3 times, decluttered it like 3 times, and I did end up keeping a tiny, tiny bit in a bottle here, a sample bottle. So we're going to try it again. in this video. So this video is just like really fun. I haven't smelled this fragrance in a while, and this is Jean Paul Gaultier's La Belle. The reason why I couldn't do La Belle was because every single time that I was about to get that sweet juicy pear and like gourmand and warm, just all these beautiful descriptions that I would hear, I would not get that because I would just get the vetiver, the leather, all of like the rough notes, and it would just turn into like a very masculine smelling fragrance to me. So every time that I would hear like women saying how beautiful and sexy and gorgeous and gourmand and warm this fragrance is, I wasn't getting it. So today I'm gonna spray it again, even though I'm gonna try this when I move. So when I move, you're gonna see a lot of fragrances that have been decluttered coming back. So when I move, I'm gonna probably get like a travel size of La Belle or get like a sample somewhere to see if I want to get the full size bottle. The opening is definitely like way more sexy to me now. I gotta wait for the dry down because I do remember smelling this one at the store not too long ago and thinking that it smelled really, really nice, and then it just went straight to what I don't like. So we're gonna give that one a minute to dry down. But that is one of the most loved like gourmand fragrances. It's very popular.
A few minutes later.
Is this the moment where I say that La Belle smells really good? Oh my God. Oh, this is smelling really nice. So far, it's not getting like masculine. This is exactly what I mean by our taste change, the way that we smell things change. Definitely one that I'm going to revisit once I move, but this video is not about that. So let's move on to number 5. Another one that I do not handle well, but it got so many votes. And this is one that I have a mini size of. And this is Valentino Donna Born in Roma. Look at my tiny little baby bottle. I kept this bottle as kind of just like a reference type of bottle, just for when I want to see if Donna Born in Roma doesn't bother me. I go ahead and put some on, and then I remind myself that it's one of the screechiest, sharp fragrances to my nose, and then it goes right back to my drawer until I decide to try it again. Something in here gets super scratchy, almost like thick and boozy to the point where it's like almost unbearable. And I want to love it because the opening of this fragrance, oh, it's so sexy to me. It's very modern. It's young, but not juvenile, but fun and flirty. It's a lot of things kind of like wrapped in one. And I did love it when I lived in Tampa, but it was much cooler when I was wearing it. So I'm thinking it's more of like a weather, a climate type of thing. Maybe this is just something that shouldn't really be worn in like tropical weather. Yeah. I think it's the jasmine tea, because all this time I've been saying that I thought that it was the pink pepper that was bothering me or the woody notes. I don't think it's none of that. I think it's that jasmine tea that is coming across like thick, scratchy, sharp, screechy. It just like bothers the back of my throat. It's the weirdest thing. It's the only fragrance that I've tried that makes me feel like I'm suffocating. I remember the last time I wore Donna Born in Roma, like when I finally gave up on it, my father-in-law was with us. We were driving around, so he was in the front with my husband, and I'm just back there like I was like, open a window, do something, because it was making me nauseous. It was making me like, on top of the roads here, it's like in the mountains where we were going. So it was kind of like you're driving like this. So that kind of movement, the scent of the fragrance, it was not a good time with Donna Born in Roma. Hopefully is one that I can enjoy in the future. Number 4, I do not own number 4, but I am going to say that it was like a very close tie, and literally by one vote I went with 1, but I'm going to include both. Number 4 spot is going to be Parfums de Marly Delena. So that is number 4. I got Delena quite a lot. Delena is one that I just never have gotten into like that. It's really beautiful. It's very feminine. So it does have like those heavier notes in the base along with really feminine, beautiful florals, a little bit of lychee and rhubarb. So you are going to get like that sour touch in there, which is what I don't like. But it's not that I don't like it, like I hate it. It's just not, I love it so much that I need to spend the amount of money that Delena costs. Like I just don't feel like it's something that I would do, but it does smell very nice. It's not a bad smelling fragrance at all. So that one got more votes, but right behind it, I had a Delena Exclusive. So a lot of you guys prefer the exclusive version, and I don't have Delena or Delena Exclusive. I do have some samples somewhere in my collection, but I do have the Juliana's Perfume Inner Beauty Exclusive, which I remember when I did my comparison, they were spot on. They lasted forever. At least this one did. So I'm going to spray this one just to see how I feel about it now. This one's really nice. I can definitely do this one. And I'm glad that I kept this one. I did it for a reason. I think I overall enjoyed the DNA of Exclusive better. Oh, that smells really, 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 really good. It's sweet. I don't get that much sour in this one. I found her. I have my samples all in this little bag right here, as well as this. So I thought I was going to have to look, but she's literally right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray Exclusive again. The original Delena has nutmeg. The nutmeg is smelling like oregano. Like when you're cooking with oregano. And then the rhubarb and the lychee give it this sour touch. It's kind of like sour and spicy. And then I do get some rose in there. But the Exclusive, that one is feminine. It's soft. I think of rose petals. Like I just think of a more feminine. I would actually like to own the full-size Delena Exclusive. But I am going to start using this one way more because I wasn't in love with the DNA as much as I am today. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's almost powdery too. So it's almost like a baby powder, but in like a very expensive rose baby powder formula. That's kind of like what I get with this one. And even though it's powdery, it doesn't smell like vintage or old. It's a modern rose, but it's still powdery. It's soft. I really like this one. So if my vote had to go towards one way or the other, I would go with Delena Exclusive. Coming in at number 3, I have Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. So this fragrance made an appearance in my most hated fragrances as well. So a lot of people were shocked about that. I was shocked as well. I don't hate Baccarat Rouge 540, but I am not one of those people who would say that I need to have it or like it's like a for life type of thing. But I will say that with time, I have came to enjoy it more. I, again, don't own the original one at the moment. I don't feel like I need it. I have 2 very good dupes that I'm going to share with you in this video. For those of you who are interested, I know that a lot of us are kind of tired of Baccarat Rouge 540, but if it's new to you or if you're not familiar with it, it's just a very airy, unique type of scent profile. Well, now it actually does get done a lot, but when it was released for a while, it was just a very unique, airy, woody, sweet. There was a very beautiful sweetness in Baccarat Rouge 540 and almost like a metallic touch as well that I pick up a lot. So yeah, Baccarat Rouge is just like this airy, thin, sweet, sugary, woody. It's a very unique fragrance, but it just smells very delicate and expensive and luxurious. And I have 2 dupes for you guys, like the best dupes. I have gotten fragrances sent over to me. I've also tried many dupe houses that duped Baccarat Rouge 540. But when it comes to longevity, getting close to the fragrance as much as possible, these 2 to me are the best. So the first one and the best one, hands down, in my opinion, is Zara's Red Temptation. And as you can see, you can tell that this DNA is not one that I would consider a fragrance that I use all the time or that I'm in love with it. But the times that I have worn this one specifically, this is from Zara, this lasted more than 10 hours. I would say 12 to 14 hours on me and on my clothes. When I got home the night that I wore this, I still smelled like if I had just applied perfume on. and I did not reapply not once. So the tiny use that you see here, I don't need to overspray. I don't need to reapply. So you're getting your money's worth here. It's affordable. It lasts forever. It smells spot on like Baccarat Rouge 540, which I also have samples of. And just everything. It performs, it lasts, it smells like it. So this to me is the best dupe, but I also have another one that comes very close, and that is Orientica's Amber Rouge. This bottle is really pretty. So very different bottles. This one's just very simple. These two smell so close to Baccarat Rouge 540. The performance on them is amazing. I will say the performance on this one blew me away, but this one is really nice as well. Let's move on to number 2, which these two, I'm just so happy that these made it to the top, because it wasn't like, actually the number 1 is kind of like obvious, but I like the fragrances that you guys chose. So second place, we have Killian's Princess. I was not expecting to get this many, like I got so many answers for this fragrance. This is just such a beautiful, fluffy, kind of like a cloud. The bottle is a different shape now, so I'm going to put a picture of how the bottle looks now. But this, perfect. It's perfection. I was going back and forth because Replica's Matcha Meditation, I loved it when I smelled it. I ordered it. Thank God that I only got a 1 ounce bottle. Then when I went to go wear it, it smelled like nothing but jasmine, like a jasmine bomb. And I didn't really get like the matcha in there and the chocolate, which is what really got me excited about that fragrance. So then I wore this one a few times and realized that Matcha Meditation and Princess are very similar if you're looking for that tea, matcha, green tea type of vibe. But with Replica Matcha Meditation, I was layering it a lot with like gourmand fragrance mist to kind of like bring down that jasmine. And I noticed that I don't have to do that with Killian's Princess. It's already balanced out perfectly in here. You get the marshmallow, you get the sweet notes, you get the tea notes, which give it like a green earthy touch, along with fluffy marshmallow, vanilla, and the florals are not too loud. They're not doing too much. So I chose this one over Matcha Meditation. So I feel like this one is smoother. It's more rounded out. This is like a fluffy marshmallow cloud. If you want to smell soft, feminine, very beautiful, inviting, cozy, this is a beautiful fragrance. So number 2, I agree, it's gorgeous and I need to use it more. So coming in at number 1, this is the fragrance that got the most votes. It was everywhere, and this is Kayali's Vanilla 28. So here is number 1 most loved fragrance from Amy Glam's subbies, because I know that each channel is going to have different results, but I can tell that we have similar vibes because I honestly love this one and I could use it way more than what I do use it, but I stopped myself. Obviously I want to use other fragrances in my collection, but if I didn't have as many fragrances, this would probably already be done. What I will say with Kayali fragrances is that they get better with time. Almost every single one of them. The longer they sit in your collection, they just get denser, they get thicker, sweeter, the notes kind of like get better as well. So the vanilla, when I first got it, it wasn't like a must-have, oh my god, this is my favorite. I loved it, but I didn't feel like that about it. And then each year it has just gotten better and better, and it's definitely one that I cannot be without in my collection. This to me smells like you're in the kitchen baking and you're using vanilla extract. That's pretty much what I get, along with a very beautiful floral and vanilla, like lots of vanilla. It's sweet, it's sugary, so good. It smells even better. Every time that I smell it, it just keeps getting better and better. This is for those vanilla lovers, for those of you who love gourmand, or for those of you who notice that you just love vanilla in your fragrances, so you wish that you can add it to other fragrances. You can definitely do that with this. If there's a fragrance that's too floral for you, too sharp, try adding a little bit of Kayali's vanilla, which vanilla is used in so many fragrances as a base. So you're just going to add like a sugary sweet layer to whatever fragrance it is that you layer it with. And I will be honest, I don't really layer fragrances with each other. My layering is body care. So I will layer lotions and body mist and then go in with my fragrance. So I haven't really tried to layer this with fragrances like that, but so many people tell me to do it, and I feel like it would be beautiful because you're just adding something that you know you love to all of your other fragrances. So that is Kayali's Vanilla 28. So before I wrap today's video up, I just wanted to show 4 fragrances that also got mentioned a lot. I just wanted to give them kind of like a shout out. We're not going to get too into them, but I did notice that these are pretty crowd pleasing, I would say. So I got a lot of Chanel Chance Autendre, and this is the EDP version. I'm sorry that I don't pronounce it the right way, but this is the EDT version. I'm sorry. So that's the one that I prefer, is the EDT version. This is literally like a girly girl in a bottle. The girl that likes to shop at Sephora and Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. She likes to go to the mall. This is like a great one to gift, and it's just very girly, very crowd pleasing. I also got a lot of answers for Ariana Grande's Ari, which is one of my most loved fragrances. Very sweet, sugary. You have to love sweet fragrances with this one, but this one's really, really yummy. Perfect for like date nights and things like that, or for cuddling, watching a movie together. You want to smell really feminine and yummy. This one's really good. I also got a lot of Ariana Grande's Cloud votes. So a lot of people love this one, which I am almost done with this one. This is like Baccarat Rouge 540, but with an added like coconut note to it. I definitely pick up the coconut in here. This one for me is just one that I pick up whenever I don't know what to wear and I just want to smell good. It's just a very sweet, sugary, airy, kind of like what the name is, cloud. So it's kind of like a sweet, fluffy cloud. Really, really nice. And then another one that got mentioned so much as well is Maison Francis Kirk de Jean, and this is Gentle Fluidity Gold. And this one is just the one that I like to reach for when I'm going somewhere nice. I can wear this during the day. I can wear this year round. It's like a vanilla. This to me is just like a woody vanilla. It's really, really yummy, and just a really good one as well. That wraps up my most loved fragrances chosen by my subscribers. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Comment down below, what is your most loved fragrance? Thank you so much to those of you who did give me votes. I appreciate it. It was super fun. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you in my next video.